Last topic for the day.
Perfect for children with no necks.
Is video game like soundtracks and video like music in video games that like we all like really like and whatnot. And I was thinking about this because I wrote my piece for Zelda Breath of the Wild, and you know I listed a lot of like grievances I had with like what I saw, but like one of the things that stood out to me that I talked about like very little and very vaguely in that piece is like the fucking music in that game. And it was like the first time music in The Legend of Zelda stood out to me since Ocarina of Time. And it's just like, it was just so well done. And it was able to hit like really emotional like point. It was able to get like, it was able to make me emotional, even though like what I was seeing in gameplay wasn't really like exciting to me or getting me like, oh shit, this is really intense or something, but the music was still on point. So I was just like wondering like what are some of the games that you guys love that like have really good video game soundtracks?
Says Guitar Hero like a shithead.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1.
Well, here I am.
Doing everything I can.
So really good soundtracks to me are like Mario games always have really good music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Mario games are just fucking classics of like the da 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 da.
But even like the new songs, like Mario Galaxy,
Oh, okay.
like those songs are really stick in your head.
I also like the sort of newer ones where it's not like, I don't think it's as memorable, but like the ha ha ha, like where the like the little flowers like do
Yeah.
the
Bop,
yeah
bop, ba-da-ba-da,
yeah.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, exactly. Like that stuff is like Mario has always been able to like, maybe it's not always memorable to me, but like they always have like really cute like sort of like
Yeah.
background music going on.
Oh, memorable soundtracks. Yoshi's Story.
Yoshi.
Nintendo.
I really another soundtrack I really like.
Dude, fucking Yoshi's Story is so lit.
I really like this. I don't know if it counts because some of it is licensed music, but I really like the soundtrack to A Little Big Planet.
It has licensed music.
At the very least, it has a song by Battles in it.
Okay.
But let's see, other really great soundtracks. Halo's classic. Halo always has great music.
See, I honestly think Halo is sort of a cheap shot where it's just like, like it's just fucking like that basic sort of chorus thing. Like weirdly enough, like people have always said like praise like yeah Halo's like score, but I've never found it like as fucking like
I think you mean
groundbreaking.
Halo score as in blow me away. Only the strongest will survive.
I mean, I think I think the main Halo sort of like title score is not like that great. There are some moments like in the first two Halos where like there's something crazy going on, and I remember moments of like, oh, the music like definitely fits with this, but it was never like, holy shit, this is like fucking crazy, you know. Some of the music, and this is why I'm even more excited for Yooka-Laylee. The person who did the fucking music for Donkey Kong 64 is
Grant Kirkhope?
Yeah, he's doing the music.
Oh, he's an incredible video game composer.
Yeah.
Like, he did the music for GoldenEye, which still is, like, great.
Even though GoldenEye sort of sucks with game, we played that last week, and it was like, oh my god, this does not age well whatsoever.
Banjo-Kazooie, great soundtrack.
Yeah, and
like, all those rare games.
It's because he's able to understand, like,
how to make music joyful.
but also like a lot of people tend to make music nowadays for video games, at least, that like fit with like what's going on in the story and like what's happening in the story and like what makes sense for like this emotional point in the story. And he's really able to hit the nail on the head of like making this music sort of fit in to what the environment is saying.
Yeah.
You know, like Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64, like all of the music that's in there is like, I feel like I could hear that naturally, like in this world somehow, you know, like it's just, he knows how to fit in a score almost into the environment itself, and that's why like he's just really, really fucking good at it.
Another franchise that always has really good music is Final Fantasy. Like, even when Final Fantasy games aren't good, the soundtracks are always like extremely excellent. And then I really like the music to Silent Hill.
Oh,
Really? Huh.
Because like it's entirely based around the mood of the game. Like, it's not music you can listen to like just walking around because you'd shit yourself.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh, question: have either of you played the Resident Evil 7 demo yet?
no.
Mm-mm. You can play that?
It's it's PlayStation 4, PlayStation.
oh, yeah, I don't-
It's PlayStation Plus members can do it.
No, I don't have PS Plus right now.
I don't have console in general. Oh my god. I got like old ass hardware.
He
I
has a
got
PS2.
PS2 and GameCube.
We need to get you a PS4, okay?
I know.
Just moves in with me.
Old school.
Seriously, like,
Starts dating me just so he can stay at my house.
if you ever get on the show more like frequently, because you are like the unofficial / official like 5th member of BCG, right?
And this summer, boy, do you have a surprise.
Fluffy.
I just want to confirm
with a
he
gun.
is not the person like officially replacing Ricky.
Yeah,
because I
I'm
do
not.
no, but I would like to have you on the show more because I have not seen you a lot in this last year.
Yeah.
and I don't get to socialize beyond this. Like I have just worked too much for.
Plus,
like,
we need the Latino demographic.
we do need the Latino demographic back since Ricky will be leaving.
And if Trump
but
becomes
also
president.
I also just really enjoy like sort of your view on video games, just because you know.
It's a different.
You're
place.
fascinating. What are some soundtracks that you really like?
Bloodborne and Dark Souls gets to me. I'm sorry. I love
though?
those games.
Those are
How?
really good soundtracks.
Yeah, like just
Like
it's
the
like okay, unlike Halo, like that's too much.
Okay.
Like I like that like opera, like epic kind of music.
Yeah.
Or like also like Henry, like moody or atmospheric music that goes well with the games.
Bloodborne has this amazing effect where you fight a boss and the choir just comes in and it's like the choir is fighting itself in the music.
Yeah.
And I love it when music can
That
be
reminds me a little
discordant.
bit of like Final Fantasy in a way, where like definitely there's like a
Like One Winged Angel.
Yeah, there's like a crescendo when you finally get to those big bosses and shit.
I love those, especially for like boss fights because it gets me like pumped
Yeah.
to like fight the boss.
So speaking of that, and like music that can definitely get you pumped, and something I'm surprised you have not said yet, Undertale. I honestly think Undertale's music is the
Undertale.
best video game soundtrack ever. And shout out to my boy Grimecraft, who does like the best like Undertale like remixes.
You mean besides the JonTron Undertale remixes? JonTale?
When we were
This was a mistake.
and also shout out to Danny Juarez, who's also like he knows Grimecraft, and Grimecraft was DJing before like Kind of Funny Live 2 started like the official event, or it was day 2. It was before like they started doing the podcast and whatnot, and Grimecraft likes to do a lot of the remixes for like the final song where it's like do 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 do, and he does it really really well. Where like you feel emotional and you want to cry, but you also just like want to do this as well. And whenever he would do that, like Danny Juarez and I would like find each other in the room and look at each other and be like, yeah.
Another really good soundtrack was Last of Us.
See, I don't remember like that was actually one of the things that I don't remember that much from The Last of Us was the score, because a lot of, and that might be like a great example because I don't remember it as well, because I remember like a lot of the environment stuff. That might have been another one, and you can correct me if I'm wrong about this because I haven't played it in like 2 years. Is like the soundtrack sort of fitting well into the environment as well. Okay.
Very environmental soundtrack. There's also the guitar track that it starts with at the opening.
Right?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, Last of Us with the heavy metal solo right at the beginning. Just playing while the daughter dies.
Also, shout out because I think the like video game soundtracks definitely, for me at least, have like their own feel to them. And the one that does it well, where it doesn't feel like a video game soundtrack and it feels like a movie score, is Uncharted.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. And it's just so like, especially Uncharted 4, because a lot of that is like very much like, it's like the way that they are able to sort of reprise like that main title in a way is like how well it's done in like the Harry Potter movies, where the first Harry Potter movie, it's like the first time you hear that score ever, and it's like the
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. That one.
Dun, 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 and it's like very fast paced and sort of dramatic, but like very uplifting in a weird way. And then the very last like Harry Potter movie is like dun,
The
dun, dun, dun,
yeah.
dun, dun. And Uncharted 4 does that really well. And like I have one of the themes for Uncharted 4, and it plays like that slow version of like the main theme, and it just gives me chills, man. Ha 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 ha.
I'm trying to think of some other like really effective soundtracks. RPGs usually have like really good soundtracks, like
usually
The
do.
Witcher.
And that like The Witcher, I think Witcher was another one where like it would only stand out to me when I thought it didn't fit. Like there were some points where it was actually a lot of the boss fights where I thought like this feels weird for some reason, because a lot of The Witcher is very much like they're able to fit a lot of that score into like how the environment feels, and then like the boss fights almost feel like too dramatic that it takes you out of it in a way.
Great soundtrack. Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh yeah.
See, I've yet to like really touch that game to like really know it like that.
At some point, I'm gonna lend you my PS3, and you're gonna play through Shadow of the Colossus and all my Ratchet and Clank games.
We should do a Let's Play series for Ratchet and Clank. Not Shadows. There are certain games that I find that like you shouldn't do Let's Plays for. You know, like
Like Last of Us,
Last of Us,
Walking Dead.
Uncharted 4, Walking Dead, Journey.
Did you guys see that teaser for Walking Dead at E3?
Season 3 or whatever. Yeah. I don't know.
Because I talked to Henry about
Season 2 is, from what I understand, really bad. So yeah,
I talked to Henry
I'm
about
more
it,
excited
and
of
he
like
said-
what else Telltale is doing. You know, like their
The Batman.
Marvel, the Batman game. The rumor, like they announced last year that they were doing Marvel shit, and we have yet to hear like from that.
I'm glad they're revamping their engine. I want to try Tales of the Borderlands because I hear it's really good.
Yeah,
It is. I played a little
We,
bit. of it.
we watched that segment where they're doing like the fake air guns or whatever. Like that seems like really funny. If there's more like, not specifically like that sort of like shtick, but if there's more sort of like humor up that alley, I would definitely like be interested to play more of that.
Soundtrack I love just because like it's so cheesy and I love it is all of the old Sierra games like Leisure Suit Larry.
Oh my god!
Just like the dan 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 dan.
Like sort of like weird game show like from the 80s.
Yeah, or like really like MIDI file lounge music like
I like the soundtrack to Skate 3.
See, I don't remember, like, that was a weird one where I
Tony
never...
Hawk like really nailed skating games.
Yeah, Tony
soundtracks.
Hawk really nailed it, and like Skate never really stood out for me with the soundtracks. Like there are like songs every once in a while I'll be like, oh shit, like this song, as the kids say, is the slap. My dudes.
It's a slap.
And so like that
It
that
is,
was-
as Hank Pym says, the slap.
It's the clap.
There's just one I had on the tip of my tongue for like really good soundtrack. Oh, Bastion.
another game I've yet to play.
It's really good because you've seen Firefly, right?
Yeah.
It's like that, like the like folk techno kind of soundtrack. It fits super well with it, and I love Bastion as a game. So that's a really great soundtrack. Also great indie game soundtrack. Shovel Knight, obviously, and VVVVV.
Okay.
I actually
Shovel Knight is a weird one. A lot of those like sort of callbacks to like 16-bit games, a lot of like old school like games that I have on my PS4 are really loud for some reason. Even at like level like volume level 5, it's like so blasting from my TV, and it's the weirdest fucking thing.
It is.
Yeah, it's just it's
Mega
sort
Man
of like
2. Great soundtrack.
what?
Mega Man games.
Oh yeah,
always.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Even though like Mega Man frustrates me, and not in like the frustrating, it's bad way, but like frustrating as, you know, I'm an impatient sort of video game player. So, but I've always like when we did sort of like the Let's Plays, you were there for those Let's Plays too. Was the Mega Man stuff, right?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so.
Where we played Mega Man 2.
Yeah, we made Henry play Mega Man 2, and there was like the flashing water in the background, and we were scared
Oh
that
no!
and it was like hurting him because he has epilepsy.
Not as great as our Mega Man 3 playthrough. Remember me, asshole!
Oh my god. What are those? Yeah, it's Mega Man 2 is really, really great.
Bully.
Bully. Fuck yes. My cousin, I think, posted that status, and I was proud of him because my cousin's still he's in high school, I think. Jesus Christ.
You're getting old.
I am getting old. My sister's like
What a
fucking
distant memory.
She's like 10 or 11 now, and it's just like, what
My
the fuck
sister
is-
has a job. She's an accountant.
And now my cousin's in high school. It's just really weird. He put up a status the other day where he was like, God, Bully soundtrack is like the fucking best.
slap.
Or no, he was like, is there any soundtrack that's better than Bully? And I was like, Undertale.
Hype
Listen
AF.
to that shit. But yeah, Bully is just one of those memorable ones where it's just like when you hear it, you know immediately like what that's from, you know?
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, did I tell you that our gameplay for Bully fucked up for last week? God damn it. Whenever we do Let's Plays for Bully, it always fucks up somehow. For some reason, like one of the loading screens like didn't get captured, so at one point like the audio and video get like desynced and I can't fix it. So sorry about last week's Let's Plays. But we're doing NBA 2K16 this week, so check those
boy.
out. where Henry and I dunk on each other.
82 feet dunk.
I hope there were glitches.
Another I like sports game soundtracks. You know, like I think they hit the nail.
Gotta hold down the city.
The weird one, I don't like NBA 2K16's one
Because it's gotta let you know where I come from.
yeah, it's very like, but I like MLB 14 soundtrack. I don't know a lot of the songs off of that soundtrack, but it gives me sort of like I feel like I'm at like a baseball stadium or a baseball field, right? And I guess that's sort of like I'm not as into basketball, and sort of when I hear the soundtrack for NBA 2K16, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm at a basketball game, but I just don't identify with basketball as much, so I guess that's probably it.
My favorite video game soundtracks for sports games are FIFA games because they always sound exactly like the music you'd hear in a FIFA game. Like all FIFA songs sound the same.
Is it all just like Latino and Italian songs?
No, it's always like real. It's like dance pop. It's like upbeat dance pop.
From
Yeah.
Latino countries? Hey, Fluffy, how you doing over here?
How's the football?
Pinche gringo.
I think the one weird one
How's the
is
football?
Is the football doing all right?
I actually hate soccer.
Enough to call it soccer.
Yeah.
We're proud of you. We gave a lot of shit to Tom Hawkins, our guest, a couple weeks ago from England, and he was like, "Oh, football,
From Nobleshire?
football is no. What's his town called? Snettisham.
Snatchisham.
I'm doing it right. Fuck you, Tom Hawkins. So
Snatchisham.
yeah, he likes to call it football, but
He's from Nobbisham.
any other video game soundtracks that you just want to give a shout out to, or any that like whenever you hear you just get fucking like really emotional? I think that's a good point.
Emotional?
To end on. Yeah, like what's a soundtrack when you hear it you're like, holy fuck?
Metal Gear Solid main theme.
Really? Huh.
Na 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 na.
See, the main theme for me is because the only fucking Metal Gear game that I've played was
Ground Zeroes.
Ground Zeroes. What's the song that they open up with? It's a Dylan song, but it's like someone covering Dylan, or I think it is at least.
It's always times they are changing.
No, it wasn't Times. It was like I don't know, something, or maybe it
My
wasn't.
Chemical Romance doing Desolation Row.
How about for you, Fluffy? What's like where you just get the fucking feels?
Like, fuck.
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
No,
Get
I
the
know.
feels over that Arkham Asylum jingle.
Fuck, what is the Arkham?
Oh, I know I know for
The one that
sure
plays
when I
when,
beat Arkham
Joker-
City,
Arkham
that
City.
one made me sad. Like the last song that he sung.
Oh,
That one made me fucking sad.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, but you know what? Even though a lot of people will give shit to Arkham Knight, I think the Joker song in Arkham Knight is actually way
Who's
better.
laughing now?
Yeah, because I think it's very much of like that entire game is fine. It's like, okay, yeah, Joker dies in Arkham City, but Arkham Knight is very much about like letting go of
Yeah.
that character, and I think like the song that they used for that and sort of fitting with that theme was just so well done.
Yeah.
But I do like Arkham Origins Joker's song. Joker's song. What's your biggest fear, Batman? Me in a thong? God, I'm so excited to play those games soon. Remasters, bitches.
Except for Origins.
I mean, fucking who gives a shit
Origins
about
was
Origins?
fine.
Dude, no one gave a shit about Origins. I just want to say something. No one gave a fuck about Origins until they said it wasn't coming onto the remaster. And then everybody was like, oh, where's Origins? Shut the fuck up, you bitches.
That's a point.
Shut the fuck up. You were all like, oh, this isn't like Asylum or...
I like Red Dead
or
Redemption.
City. What?
I like Red Dead Redemption.
I don't remember. I only played through Red Dead Redemption once. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I only played through it once, and that was like...
because I like cowboys.
And that was in like 2011.
Surprised there hasn't been like a remaster of it of any kind, like there was for Grand Theft Auto.
Well, that's because 2's gonna come out. I think. at
Red
some
Dead
point.
3. Red Dead 3.
You're right.
Revolver was a
I
thing.
keep forgetting about
Fuck,
Revolver.
everybody forgets about Revolver. I had that like...
And I played Revolver too.
I tweeted something out. I was like, my manager at my work said he wanted Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead 2, and it took every fiber of my being not to correct him. I mean, you could say Red Dead Redemption 2 because Red Dead Redemption would be technically the first one. You could
Yeah.
have like
Yeah.
I
Redemption
can't say
2.
Red Dead 2 because Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah, Red Dead Revolver is a thing.
Red Dead
There's that
Redemption.
whole fucking debate, but I don't
Yeah.
whatever. I would say the last one for me, and I sort of mentioned it at the beginning of this topic, is just Ocarina of Time, because you get involved in like what a lot of the music is in that game, and that's one that gives me chills. That's one that like whenever I hear it, I'm like, holy fuck, nostalgia.
Yeah, even if
just-
Ocarina hasn't aged well, like it still
Oh, it
is
has.
aged. Huh?
It's aged well, except for the water levels. I will admit that water
Water
levels are still fucking awful.
Oh, everyone hated Water Temple when it came out.
Yeah.
But like it's definitely aged a hell of a lot better than Super Mario 64.
Well, yeah. Donkey Kong 64 is aged better than fucking Mario 64.
Donkey Kong the TV show is aged better than Mario Kart.
Fuck, I never did that with Alex. We were planning when Alex was in town. We were going to get really drunk and watch the fucking Donkey Kong TV series because it's all available on iTunes.
Show you a coconut cream pies.
What the fuck? Did you watch them? Oh my god. See, I only knew
This
like
man's a legend.
I only knew the one episode where it was like the legend of like the crystal coconut. See, I only thought like it was that one. I only thought it was like a one-off sort of thing because I had the VHS for it. I had the VHS for it, and I only realized recently there was an entire series for it.
That show.
Oh my
Is
god,
legendary.
It's fucking. Oh, I was just like, you know, you can like preview certain episodes and like watch like a minute of it, and the animation for that is just so comically bad. Ugh.
It's horrifying.
It's great.
Anyway, that was a good topic. I wanted to talk about that one for a while just because. And I like especially with Breath of the Wild sort of being revealed recently and sort of what that score is. It was the first time a score for Zelda stood out to me in a very long time. Even Wind Waker wasn't like I like Wind Waker, but like that the music in that game does not stand out to me that well. So yeah, it was a good topic. Ladies and gentlemen,
It's a good one.
just sort of as a reminder, if you didn't know, this is Talking Shit. It's BCG's weekly podcast where we bring in random topics of discussion and we talk some shit about those topics. If you like that, again, head on over to patreon.com/BGG. Give us $1 a month and you get every full audio version of the episode before the episode is rolled out on YouTube, where it's broken out topic by topic, Monday through Thursday, and before the entire audio version of the episode is available for everybody on SoundCloud and our RSS feed, which you can use to subscribe to us on iTunes and other podcast services. We can't officially be on iTunes because our podcast is called Talking Shit, and they're like, ha ha ha, no, that's a bad word.
Fuck you.
But you can use our RSS feed link and use it to subscribe on the podcast services. So we're sort of on iTunes, but not like officially. Fluffy, thank you so much for joining us this week. We have not seen you in like a year, at least on this show.
Bye, everybody.
I hope to see you. I hope to see you more because you're definitely like a lot of our friends like definitely supported us when we first started, and then they all sort of dropped off
Because we suck.
because we sucked. But now that we're actually good, no one really likes us anymore. I mean, we've got a bigger following, I think, now than ever before. You know, we've got like 74 subscribers on YouTube, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would like to see you more though on the show, just because you have definitely been someone who, you know, has always like wanted to be involved, and you were in fucking high school, okay? So
know.
like you were just busy all the time. So
And now I'm out of that goddamn institution.
yeah, now that
Into
you're
another one.
now that you're out, we
Another one.
can finally get you on the show more. So like again, we can finally sort of have you as our official, unofficial fifth member of just like coming on to the show a lot. So that'll be cool. I'm excited for that. And a reminder, if you're watching the sort of just the topic YouTube version and videos of this, this topic goes up on Thursday. And if you didn't watch Monday's topic, I talked about at the beginning of that show. We are recruiting people, quote unquote hiring. If you have an idea for a show that you want to do, but you don't have a platform to do it on, if you sort of want to start your own YouTube page, but want to like have more people to be involved with and like have a sort of community of content creators to be a part of, you can now pitch your ideas and sort of apply to BZG as a platform to have your content on. Go to bzgamers.com/contact and give us your pitch, give us sort of your quote unquote application of like what you would want to do for BZG and the kind of content you would want to create. And from there, we would definitely try to see if we can make that happen and get you part of the BZG team. So there you go. If you didn't know about that yet, and like I explained a little more in like a video that went up this last Sunday about it. So definitely check that out. And again, if you're a Patreon supporter, you're hearing this early, so you get a little head start. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Anyway,
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Fluffy, thank you so much for being here this week. We
problem.
missed you a lot. Whenever Ricky's gone, we just bring on another Latino.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so we don't have to all be
Next
white.
week, Daniel.
We need to get Daniel
Then
on.
we run out of Latino.
But also in a couple weeks I won't be here, and I've told Henry he could do the show if he wants to. I'm really scared about what that's gonna look like.
Oh,
'Cause
you guys.
I've let you do Let's Plays by yourself, and those are those. But like I really don't know like what your talking shit would look like. So
Get ready for a surprise.
that will happen in a couple of weeks. So it'll be those episodes would roll out the second week of July. So look out for that when that rolls around. But Henry, thank you for being here as usual. And also, do you have a Twitter at all? Do you use Twitter? Is there anything you want me to promote? Do you want to promote Snapchat? Like, would you have
On my
anything?
SoundCloud.
Follow me at blackpeoplemeet.com. It's Sombrero Man.
Oh,
you always
right.
ask me this question.
Yeah. I'll have it. It'll be in the description below. There'll be a link for it in the description below, so you can find it there.
I need a new Twitter handle.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah, and it's a good time to start, especially if you're going to be on BGG more.
Yeah.
And we promote it a lot. It's a good time to sort of like restart. And I'm almost at 200 Twitter followers. I'm so fucking close.
That's good.
724, my man.
You. I got to 200, and then like 2 people dropped off, and I was like, "Fuck! I flew too close to the sun."
I will also be reborn. I will no longer be the man that wears many sombreros.
And thank you guys so much for joining us this week. And until next time, guys, keep talking shit. Thank you.